Oh, if you can see it, there's some goats back there. Hey team, how are we doing today? Me? I'm hanging in there. Some moments are more challenging than others, but I think we're trending upward. You know, sometimes I think back to what it was like before, when I was just feeling so low, the most I could do is cry on the couch and think about a bus hitting me. I would get caught in this cycle, just day after day, trying to get through the day, day after day. It's not like that now, though. Sure, I still get my feelings hurt. I get angry. I get sad. And to be honest, I still feel almost all of the emotions I did before just as intensely. However, before I would get help or got help, these feelings would just overwhelm me to the point where I couldn't process them or anything, really. I'd be so consumed by them to the point where I would just lose executive function. And I had no skills or guidance on how to deal with it. And this kind of thing can weigh you down all the way to the point where it doesn't feel like things are getting better or will get better. I want to say that things get better and that it all just kind of goes away, but in my experience, it doesn't. I think what really changes is one's ability to accept these feelings as reality and learn to process them and learn to acknowledge them and ultimately be at peace with them. I'm telling you, I still get sad. I still get lonely. I get angry. But now I have skills and wisdom to navigate it. So now it doesn't weigh as much. So you may be asking, Grayson, why are you telling me this? I want to use this moment to share something really important with you. Help is out there. In fact, there are tons of nonprofits that specialize in this kind of thing. Lately, I've been on a mission to find an organization that aligns with my morals and ethics. And I think I've found a few that I'd like to share with you. So we'll just kind of go down the list here. Firstly, if you are in a crisis, call 911, call 988, call a hotline. Someone will pick up. They'll get you through that moment, and then we'll figure out what happens afterwards. If you're not in a crisis, but maybe you don't know where to start, and you're like open to the idea of getting help, or you see someone else that's struggling and you want to learn how to talk to them about it, there is a great organization called NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness. They create resources that kind of get people pointed in the right direction. They also run a helpline to help answer questions and give an understanding of how the whole process sort of works. Let's say that you have a good idea of the process and the direction, but it's just too expensive. This is like often the biggest thing that gets in the way. Well, you should know there's an organization called the Open Path Collective. They specialize in connecting individuals that can't afford market rates for healthcare to vetted mental health professionals. Now, this isn't dollar store therapy. This is top tier quality individuals that have their time subsidized by donors. So you can think of it like pro bono, but the point is that you will get quality healthcare for a rate that you can afford. Similarly, if you're in Seattle, there's just like Open Path, a smaller, more local in Seattle. And just like before, they're dedicated to providing quality, affordable mental health care. If you want to go with something a little bit bigger that's got more resources at their disposal, the University of Washington has a great care team over at their psychology clinic. You can tell them I said hi. I can personally vouch for them. Another thing that kind of comes up for some is like an inability to get to the clinic for help, for care. Maybe transportation, or you know, or timing, or work, or like all these things can get in the way. You should know that there's an option that is very common now. It's called telehealth appointments, and it's as easy as clearing the room and connecting to Zoom. That being said, there are so many valid reasons that get in the way of seeking help, but there's also a lot of ways that we can convince ourselves that it may not be worth it. So if you or a loved one are going through it, I want you to know that there is hope. There are people out there that truly care. They're out there and they want to help you become whole. How about we go meet them and say hello?